Hello, hello everyone. I have been in the mood for a cheesesteak for a couple of weeks now. Didn't want to spend that much, but I did. Ooh, that is huge. My goodness. All right, so I got a Philly cheesesteak and just a fry. They put in, wow, it's almost $6 for that little bit. Okay. Um, I ordered a cheesesteak from this place previously. I think I got mozzarella sticks, but I wasn't paying $9 for cheesesteaks. So I might have the cheesesteak is huge. It's a little messy. Oh my. Oh, okay. I need to get a knife. Give me 1 second. Okay, it's gonna have to stay on that paper because it's a mess. But we got a Philly cheesesteak and then just a fry. They just had one size. That is what is for dinner tonight. Yum. Yeah, it's gonna be really messy. And then of course Heinz ketchup as always. I'm just gonna put these right there so you can see. Heinz ketchup. Heinz is the best ketchup in my opinion. So how are you guys today? I hope that you all are doing well. It smells delicious. My total, this was DoorDash, and my total, including the tip, was, I'm scared to say it, $25.60. I know, it's bad. That's bad. I know. Let's try the fries. They're fries. This is what I've been in the mood for. Oh my, it's the, I think from the steam, oh my, I might not be able to pick this up. Oh my goodness, I might not be able to pick it up. It's kind of a little soggy. Ooh, there we go. Oh, it's hot. Mm-mm-mm. It has fried onions, fried peppers, cheese whiz, and the steak. That place makes some good cheesesteaks. For sure. Absolutely. It's still really hot. It's not too far from me. But yeah, how are you guys today? Hope you all are doing well. I have the 16-year-old pup here. I've been watching her a lot. She was here last week, Monday until Saturday. And then she was just dropped off yesterday, which was Monday, and she's here till Saturday again. And if you follow my cat channel, I did name the kitten. Couldn't find a name that starts with an S that I liked. So his name is Armani. And I did talk to Simon. I prayed and I was talking to him and I said, sorry. I looked at thousands and thousands of names from all over the world and I just could not find another name that started with an S that I liked, so I'm going to be naming him Armani. He's already knowing his name. I have him upstairs because he's getting used to dogs, so he's not scared of dogs anymore. But he will, and he does this to Samara and Stormy. If you watch my cat channel, a lot of times kittens do it a lot. Adult cats will do it too, but they do they call it a sideways crab run, where they puff up and they run sideways. It makes me laugh every time. They run sideways. Well, he does it to the dog. Now this dog is completely fine, won't hurt him, but the dog is losing her eyesight and her hearing, and she's so big and he's so little that I don't want him down here when I can't watch him, because I don't want him to get under the dog and the dog step on him, or him running towards the dog doing the sideways crab run and I can't stop him, just to be safe. So Kitten is up in my bedroom for the time being, which he's totally fine being up there. He was in my master bathroom for like the first 2 weeks. Almost. Well, the first week for sure, because I had those 2 dogs. And then after that, I would leave the gate down and let him in my room, but I put the gates stacked going out of my bedroom, so he just was in my bedroom, and then of course my master bathroom that's attached, so he's perfectly content being up there. They're getting used to Samara and Stormy are getting used to him. They will still hiss at him if he does that sideways crab run. But Samara is definitely more lenient of him as opposed to Stormy. Like, she'll still chase Stormy, but the kitten, she doesn't. She sits here and watches him play. There's been a couple times yesterday and today where she'll play with him. They were doing it on the couch this morning, playing with that the interactive toy. It's actually still on the couch, so they're getting used to him. Samara will still hiss occasionally, and then Stormy will hiss first, but if he continues, which he does, then she'll growl at him. But that's how that's going so far. Going pretty good. But he's adjusting really well. Well, I have some bad news. Lost my job already. Yep. First time in my life I've been fired. So, yeah. So, sorry, this is so messy. During the interview process, they said training was 3 weeks. Now, they gave us off on Memorial Day because there wasn't much work. So, they fired me on the 10th day of training. Oh, let me go back a step. So, during the interview process, they said training was 3 weeks. First day of training, they said training was only 2 weeks. Well, so on the 9th day of training, well, let me go back another step. So they said, after, what was it, 5, 6, because we had off Memorial Day, 7th. So the 7th day was supposed to start shadowing. Well, I've worked remote jobs, and shadowing typically means, which is how it was at my previous 2 jobs, you're watching a seasoned employee work and go through the steps, right? They didn't do that. That's not what shadowing was to them. Shadowing was you're doing the work, and then the seasoned employees will help you if needed. So that's what we were doing. And I don't know if they expected us to like study all of the policies when we were off work. They didn't give us any time to study the policies. Like my previous 2 jobs, that's what they did. They would give us time to read through them all. This place did not. And I'm not going to sit there and study them when I'm off work. No. Well, so that was the 7th day. By the 9th day, they were expecting us to do so many tickets per hour. My hands are messy, honey. My hands are messy. I know. I'll feed you when I'm done, okay? And then we'll bring our money down. So on the 9th day, one of the supervisors, I think, came into my, they broke us out into like breakout rooms in Zoom, but we were each by ourselves. And the one supervisor came in to just observe. And then as she was talking to me, she said something, and I said, I learned best by actually doing it. I knew exactly where to go when it came to pulling up the correct policy, using that macro, etc. So I explained to her, oh, and another thing, so when you got a case, they wanted you just to look at the previous agent's notes and then go from there. And I said, I'm sorry, I'm so used to my previous 2 jobs. We had to start from the very beginning just to make sure you weren't missing anything from a customer. And I kept having that habit of going back to the very beginning and reading what was going on and going through the steps to see what was done, see if anything was missed. They didn't want me to do that. And this was towards the end of the day on Friday. So then Monday, which was the 10th day, I started work. We were doing the same thing. We were in our own breakout rooms. We were working. And it was like 4 o'clock. And the supervisor, they didn't even give me any warning. They just came in, pulled me out into another room with another supervisor and the one girl who hired me. I guess she's the HR person. And they fired me. I wasn't working fast enough. Oh well. Okay. First time in my life I've been fired. So yeah, back to the job hunt. Seriously. And I know what kind of company they are now. Like, they wanted us to sign on to our computers and have every single thing pulled up, like Zendesk, be ready to clock in, all of the programs we use, all of the knowledge bases, we had to be ready to go at 9 o'clock. So, we would have to sign in like 15, 20 minutes early to make sure we got in, to make sure we signed into the VPN, to get everything set up. We're not paid for that. You can't do that. Like at my previous 2 jobs, they gave you what's called like prep time. So I think my first job was like 12 minutes. My last job was 15 minutes, where you had that time where you weren't getting cases. They gave you that prep time so that you can get everything set up. So what they're doing is illegal. Can't tell you to sign in 15, 20 minutes before work and not get paid for it. So yeah, I got fired for the first time in my life. God forbid I wanted to read everything to make sure I'm doing everything correctly, and I didn't study all of the policies to know them by heart in that short amount of time. I knew how to pull them up. I pulled them all up. So yeah. Well, they showed me what kind of company they are, so. But I was not the only one that they let go. And like I told my daughter, like Monday, there was like hardly any work at all. Like we had to wait around for tickets to come in. They let 3 other people go. And I think that they just used that as an excuse because they hired too many people. That's what I think. I mean, at my last 2 jobs, I was like top performer. I know what I'm doing. I keep touching that onion with my wrist or my forearm. And like my previous 2 jobs before this last one, they give you like 6 to 8 weeks after. Well, first of all, the training for I think my first job was like 6 weeks. Training for my last job, not the most recent, was like 8 weeks. And then they give you, like another 6 weeks or so to grasp everything. Oh, not this place. So, whatever. And they talk about empowering women and blah, blah, blah. No, you're not living by your, uh, no, I can't even think of it. Not motto. What is it? It'll come to me. Very good, but messy. Delicious. Mm-hmm. I might try to file for unemployment. I don't know if you can get it if you've only been there. I don't know. I've never gotten unemployment before, so I couldn't tell you. This looked like it was bigger than 12 inches. Oh, no, maybe not. That's probably about 6 inches. It's a lot of food. I like this place. I've ordered a cheesesteak from them once before, and there's like no chewy things in it, which I appreciate. I got one of their pizzas one time. I did record a video. Their pizza was good, but not like their New York style pizza. Just not as good as my favorite pizza place. They definitely put a lot of onions and peppers on. What, girl? You just ate like not too long ago. You still hungry? Look at her. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. Ooh, getting full already. Not full, but their bread is homemade too. So yeah, that's all that's been going on with me. Got fired for the first time. Like, oh, I also forgot to tell you. So, the first day of training, they said training was 2 weeks instead of 3. But on that Friday, before the Monday that they fired me, they, I guess it's the operations manager or whatever, she came in when we were all in our training room to all together at that point and said that they were extending training for that additional 3rd week. So I technically got fired on the 10th day of training. That doesn't make any sense. Oh well, they're lost because I learned by actually doing it. That's how I learned. And I did tell them that. Like, you expect someone to know everything in that short amount of time? Or to be so quick that you memorized all of the policies, all of the macros? No. But yeah. The pay wasn't that good anyway, so. I just, man, back to applying to jobs. Oh, took me so long to get that one. That bread is good. I actually had to take Armani to the vet yesterday. He has an appointment next week for his 2nd vaccination. This past Friday night, I noticed he had like a little patch of skin missing, or fur missing on the bottom of his chin. Like, not chin, but like a little back further. Just like less than the size of a pencil eraser. But it was just some missing hair, and the skin was just pink. No cut, no nothing like that. I'm like, well, that's weird. Saturday morning, woke up. It was like 3 times the size it was Friday night. And it was bleeding. So I called the vet. Because they're open Saturdays until like 2. They didn't have any appointments. I'm like, okay. So they said the first appointment available was Monday, which was yesterday. So I took that appointment. And I was like, well, if it gets worse, I'll take him to the ER. Ran to Petco. Measured his neck before I left. And it was like almost 7 inches. But I may not have done it correctly. Went to Petco. Got one of those like pillow cones for him. Got back home. It was too big. I'm like, I am not going the whole way back. I'm not going back to Petco. That's probably the first time I've been in public in 2 years. In a store. So I DoorDashed the smaller one. They delivered it. It fits him, but oh, no, he kicks it off with his back feet. And I tried it so many times. So I just took a cotton sock, cut it, and just slipped it over his head. And that's what he's been wearing. And I already had him chlorhexidine wipes. Dabbing it twice a day. So it was healing, but I still kept the vet appointment for yesterday because I just wanted to make sure he didn't have like, I didn't know if it was like ringworm or mites or anything like that. It's not. And it's no longer bleeding. It stopped bleeding when I put that sock around his neck. He'll scratch, but he scratches at his sock. And I cut all of his nails, but his nails are so small and the quick is right there, so really wasn't much to take off. But took him to the vet yesterday. Took a stool sample, got those results back today. No worms, no parasites, no nothing. So the vet just gave me, he said to continue with the chlorhexidine wipes. But he gave me this spray. It's supposed to help for itching. So I just had to put a little bit on my finger, a clean finger, and then dab it on as well, and then continue the chlorhexidine wipes. But it's looking better today. The vet wasn't sure what it is, but he said, I mean, he doesn't have fleas. He said definitely not ringworm, no mites, his ears look clean. He weighs 3.2 pounds, so he's right on track. Still eating normally and all of that. So the only other thing I can think of is I have like an upside down U, and it's like a brush. I know Sebastian chewed on it before because I posted a video of it. And it has like a little carpeted, it sits on a little carpeted thing. Well, I think his teeth are bothering him. He still has his baby teeth. And he would chew on that. And I'm wondering, the bristles are they're pretty strong. So I'm wondering if with him really chewing on those bristles, the bristles don't come out. I made sure before I let him chew on it. I'm wondering if it was jagging him there. And I'm wondering if that's what caused it possibly. And then, with it starting to heal or whatever, of course, when it starts to heal, it gets itchy. So maybe that's what it was, but no parasites. He was all good to go. But his appointment for next week is just for vaccinations. Ooh, definitely getting full. I should be able to finish it though. Delicious. Today, before I ordered this, I had chilies in my cart. I really want to try those, the mozzarella patties or sticks that they have. Well, they're more like a rectangle. They have like Nashville hot. But that was like 30 some bucks. I'm like, no, can't do. But I've been wanting a cheesesteak for a while. And I know this place had good cheesesteaks. Didn't want to spend that much, but definitely it's the spot and it's delicious. Ten out of 10. Still haven't bitten into any kind of chewy pieces. They put a good amount of the fried onions and peppers. My hands are messy, honey. You're so cute. I had to put her on a different food. She has allergies, something fierce. But I'm wondering if she also possibly has IBD, because it's happened a couple times now where I have my hair appointment next week. Let me just tell you, I cannot wait. I'm getting highlight. I haven't had highlights since like October or November, or a cut. So I'm excited for next week. Um, but it's happened a couple times now where there hasn't been any change in her diet. She will just start vomiting after every time she eats, and she'll have diarrhea. Um, and it just happened when I had those two dogs here. I think it happened like maybe second day in, maybe. So I DoorDash some Hill's sensitive stomach dry food and Hill's sensitive stomach wet food. So that's what she's been eating for the past couple weeks, and she's been fine. But she has allergies, but I also think, I don't know, I think because there wasn't anything different. So I don't understand. The only other thing I can think of is if she happened to lick Stormy's bowl, but I don't understand. I don't think it would last because it lasted for like 2, 3 days before I ended. I'm like, okay, I just need to try different food. I was trying all the other different foods that I have left here that don't have like sunflower oil in or any ingredient that's in like the ragweed family, which sunflower oil is, along with chicory root, quite a few pet foods, cat foods at least. They'll add chicory root. A lot of them nowadays have sunflower oil. So if your cat has allergies, like I thought her allergy was chicken, but it's definitely not because that's what she's been eating. But yeah, if you have a cat with allergies and you can't figure it out, try a food that doesn't have sunflower oil in it. They're hard to find, but they're out there. Um, or like if you type into Google um, sunflower oil and ragweed, chicory root are in what plant family, it'll tell you. It starts with an A. I just don't remember what it is. But yeah, try a food that is not in that family. But you typically will have to try it. What do you? She was just sitting. What are you doing, silly? Her little chirps. What? And she's definitely allergic to ragweed, but she also has either a tree pollen allergy or grass pollen because the ragweed hasn't grown yet. And when the windows were open, her eyes were starting to get a little red around. They get red right around the outside of her eyes, and they'll get itchy, and then her body itches. Um, and it was days where tree pollen and or grass were high, but now I've had the AC on for probably almost a week, and she's perfect. Eyes look good, not red, not itching, nothing like that. Or I should not itching like she does when she has the allergy symptoms. So it makes me wonder if she has IBD too. She's my first cat ever that has had allergies. Ooh, I'm the overstuffed. I have the little Shih Tzu coming next week. And then the day after July 4th, I have the Briard, that black dog. Gorgeous dog, love him. It's been a while since I've watched him, but he'll be here for like 8 days. So I'm excited to watch him. Now, I will definitely have to not let the kitten near him. Oh my, I'm getting stuck, can you tell? Woo! Can I do it? Ten out of 10 for sure. Delicious. I can do it. I can do it. Ooh. I think I can. But yeah, that's all that's been going on with me since the last time I talked to you all. Ooh, oh my goodness. Jobless again. I think I might try to file unemployment tonight just to see. It doesn't hurt to try. What? My hands are messy, honey. What? What? I love you. I'm stuffed. But for 25 bucks, almost 26, I'm not going to waste it. We can do it. Oh, it has mushrooms on it too. I didn't even realize that. Yep, there's mushroom. Interesting. Unless it was just by mistake. Alone. I don't think it had mushrooms. I don't know why she doesn't sleep on there. He doesn't have like a bed for her. He brings that blue blanket. And I always make her a nice soft bed, but she very rarely will sleep on it. She'll sleep on it at, in the middle of the night, but she prefers the hard floor. I have a piece of hair that keeps going right in my face. Ooh. I'm gonna be overstuffed. I'll take the dog for a walk when the sun goes down because it's pretty humid. Now summer temperatures are here. Well, I should say humidity. The humidity makes it feel hotter. Like I think today it's in, let me see actually, mid 70s, but it's so humid that it feels hotter. Hard to breathe when you go outside. She can't be out long. So we just do real quick, like 5 minutes. Hold on, honey, I'm almost done. What you doing, girl? My hands are all messy. We can do it. What? My hands are all messy, honey. I gotta wash my hands. I'm stuffed. Ooh, my goodness. Last bite. We did it. Woo. 10 out of 10 for sure, but I am 100% stuffed. My hands are all greasy. That was delicious. For sure. Yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. I am going to wash my hands, clean up this mess, go let Armani out. We'll feed that. What are you doing, honey? Hi, sweet girl. You're the sweet girl. I know. Can you see her? Yeah. You're the sweet girl. I don't want to touch with my hands because my hands are greasy. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope that you all have a great day and a great rest of your week, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, everyone.